Man, the cold weather is upon us. The only good thing is that it's definitely chilly weather. I mean, chili for lunch. That's what I brought today for lunch. Did you ever notice that it's hard to mess up chili? I mean, if you use the basic ingredients, it usually turns out pretty good. I kind of like to have a tomato base in my chili, tomato sauce or tomato juice. We always put meat, and I like ground venison in mine. But beans, onions, celery, peppers, some seasoning. If you stick with those, it's usually a pretty good chili. The only chili I could not eat was one time when I tried a chili by a national restaurant chain. I won't mention the name, but it was inedible to me. I couldn't finish the bowl. Now, I found out later that the secret ingredient to this chili was chocolate chips. No, no chocolate chips. Now, chili cheese Fritos, oh mama, that's good. Last Sunday, we started a 4-part series on Paul's letter to Titus. It's entitled Timely Values for a Timeless Church. The Apostle Paul had started a bunch of churches on the island of Crete. And he stayed there for a while and he helped them to grow and to learn, but he needed to move on. He needed to visit other cities and establish churches there. So he left his protege, Titus, to stay there to help those churches to grow, to teach them, to mature them. And later on, Paul wrote a letter to Titus to advise him about some basic ingredients that the churches there needed. And that's this letter that we call the epistle or the letter to Titus. Well, last Sunday we looked at the first ingredient for a healthy church, and that was sound leadership. It comes from Titus chapter 1, verses 5 through 9. Let me read it to you. The reason I left you in Crete was that you might put in order what was left unfinished and appoint elders in every town as I directed you. An elder must be blameless, faithful to his wife, a man whose children believe and are not open to the charge of being wild and disobedient. Since an overseer manages God's household, he must be blameless, not overbearing, not quick-tempered, not given to drunkenness, not violent, not pursuing dishonest gain. Rather, he must be hospitable, one who loves what is good, who is self-controlled, upright, holy, and disciplined. He must hold firmly to the trustworthy message as it has been taught, so that he can encourage others by sound doctrine and refute those who oppose it. Titus was to appoint elders in each church. They were not to be elected. Now, elections, of course, are fine in a democratic government system, but they're not fine for choosing godly elders. Let's face it, elections in the church are like chocolate chips and chili, a bad recipe. This Sunday, we'll be taking a look at the second installment in this sermon series. It'll be from Titus 1 again. And we'll find out why a sound leadership is so important. That's it. Over and out.